Hello, and this is a video introduction to the first writing unit to see if I can get you guys ready to commence on your really first your first writing assignment, first essay assignment, I guess. And in this unit, you're going to be looking at David Bowie's Space Oddity as a poem to kind of introduce you to literary interpretation in a sense, and then also get us going, and also be your first proctored timed test using Proctorio. So you're now looking at kind of mapping the unit page, which is helpful in helping you understand the big picture and how to work your way through this unit. You should have by now kind of had a chance to understand the big picture of the class, meaning the platform and how to use it. You should understand that the calendar is where you kind of can best know about what's due, when it's due, how the modules are working and helping you make your way through the course, with both just content about reading and writing, and then also leading you towards the action items or towards the discussions and assignments you need to submit. And then finally, you should have already understood by now the discussions and how to use the portfolio there, which is just simply replying and posting up your information. Okay. Okay. So this unit is really about introducing literary criticism to you through David Bowie's The Space Oddity. You'll be analyzing the song carefully and thinking about what David Bowie is trying to tell us through his song. To find the deeper meaning of it, basically. It's my theory that, all literature, all great literature, kind of poses some sort of philosophical question to us through its different, elements. And so in this case, you're going to be looking at this song as a poem and trying to kind of assess, an overall interpretation of it. And really, in this case, I'm using science fiction and the definition of science fiction to lead you to ask more specific types of questions. Science fiction asks us to consider technology and how society might be changing due to technology advancements. It also is looking to the future oftentimes and considering something about that. In this particular case, it's also looking at space travel. It's helping us ask questions about the current society in depicting space travel. Again, I'd like to see you ask what is the philosophical question here that David Bowie is posing through this. Make sure that your question is relating to society and culture and or technology. That's a better way to kind of make sure that you're hitting on the ideas I believe David Bowie is trying to get across through Space Oddity. And so, great. You'll start the unit by, essentially doing some obviously reading journals related to science fiction, and then finally one on Space Oddity itself. And then you'll do some discussions both about defining science fiction and then also kind of sharing what you feel the philosophical question that David Bowie is asking about society and culture. Make sure it's a question about society and culture. I do know that, in literature, even though there might be a narrator, the narrator is not the same as the writer, so we don't want to conflate, in this case or in any case, that David Bowie's and, Major Tom is David Bowie per se. He's just a character in this song, and we see him as such. Okay? So, I'm again just giving you a quick introduction to this unit. I hope it's helpful, and we'll try to keep these short, and in the future they can just use them as a way of kind of getting into and starting the unit. So why don't you go ahead and click in and get started.